Why, hello there, guys. What is up? Patriots here, and today I'm bringing you some Black Ops gameplay. This is on Xbox. This was actually recorded from a live stream, so pardon the possible appearance that it may be having that may be bad. But I think it's pretty good considering it's from a live stream, and it's actually downloaded from a site onto a... It's complicated, so it's been converted about 19 million times, so the fact that it even exists is amazing. Anyways, I'm back using my Yeti mic, so if I do this wrong, I'm apologizing in advance because I haven't used it in a while and I've kind of forgotten how to talk to it because it kind of picks up some weird shit sometimes. I really should get a filter for it, but I haven't done that yet, and I will get on that very soon, hopefully. Because honestly, I need it really bad, and it's getting kind of ridiculous that I don't have it still. But, anyways, today, as the topic says, or the title says, we're doing some pro talk. We're going to start off with JKap being dropped, and then kind of advance and take that topic a little bit farther. But anyway, so yeah, JKap was dropped again. He was originally dropped from Optic about a month or two ago. They, cited he wasn't interested in playing the game enough, and they went and picked up Proofy, who they then dropped for Scump because Proofy was telling Leverage some stuff about Optic strategies and was getting ready to jump ship anyway. So, all that went down, and then JKap had gone to Leverage, and things seemed to be going pretty well. And then yesterday, I think he must have missed the Icons tournament. I'm not sure, but I think that might have been the final straw, because I know Leverage lost right away, so, and I didn't look at their roster, but I guess he must have missed that, just, pure guessing. And they dropped JKap again, citing that he wasn't interested in playing enough, he didn't play enough, whatever. And JKap said, well, I put real life ahead of gaming. Sorry. Like, whoops. And I think he's still a free agent now, or he was a free agent of the time I started this commentary, so I think he might get picked up by Envy. That's where I would see him going, because I know Envy was originally, there were two teams who were looking at him after Optic dropped him, and that was Leverage and Envy. He ended up going with Leverage, and I think Envy might be where he lands, and if he doesn't land there, I'm not really sure after that. But I'm friends with JKap on Xbox, actually, and he used to follow me on Twitter until I went on like a 20-tweet rant, and then he unfollowed, because that was like spam and a half. But he's my friend on Xbox. We haven't actually ever played together, but he is on my friends list, and I see him playing all the time, so I'm not sure how much the rest of Leverage plays, or the rest of Optic plays for that matter. I don't think Optic plays all that much, considering they dropped him for not playing enough, because I don't see them playing too often. Not that I'm their friends, but they pretty much stream anytime they do, or someone at least says it on Twitter, and I don't think they played that much. But so that brings me to the topic of how much, in a competitive sense, is enough, or how much is too much. How much play time, how much practice is ridiculous to ask of a team, or to ask of a person, and how much is too little. I think my team currently, we're probably leaning towards the side of too little. I mean, we play pretty much every day. This week was a little rough. There were a few days where, one of us didn't get on in time, or we didn't get a team scrim in time to keep someone else's interest, or whatever. And it's basically a team scrim problem. It's not a necessarily want problem. It's just we don't get enough team scrims because we're not Optic, and we can't just tweet it out and have people show up. But, considering the lack of practice, the lack of preparation for this weekend, we ended up making it to the third round. We forced to game 3. And I think our biggest problem at the moment is CTF. So, I look at it and I'm like, well, how much time should we be dedicating to fixing this CTF problem? Because it's definitely a problem. We picked up 2 maps of CTF. Maybe we played 5. Let's say we played 5 maps. I think we played 9 maps in total. We must have played probably at least 5 CTF maps, maybe a little bit less. But we picked up 2. We picked up the 2 that counted the most, really. We couldn't get the last one in the last game, but we did pick up the 2 that counted. The first round, we, lost the first map, picked up the Search and Destroy in the middle, and we needed the Dome CTF to advance. We were able to grab that Dome CTF. The second round, we lost Lockdown Search, the first map. We were able to grab Arcaden CTF, the second map. And then we took I think it was a Carbon Search and Destroy, was the third map. I think that's what it was. And then on the third round that we ended up losing in, we couldn't pick up either CTF. We did pick up the Search in the middle, but we need to work on CTF. So I was thinking, how much time should we dedicate to fixing this? And, I think that asking him to play, you know, fucking, I don't know what they wanted, like 7 hours a day or whatever they want, is a little ridiculous. But they're definitely playing three to 4 hours a night, because he's on all the time. When I'm on playing, you know, Arcade and CTF or whatever, and someone's probably streaming it. Usually they play Optic Nation, so it's usually on that stream, and I can see he's there playing. So my question to you guys today is, for a pro team or a competitive team, because it doesn't actually be pro team. Pro team is kind of a weird word, because they don't actually have pro status right now, because the future of Call of Duty is up in the air for MLG. So, you know, to call them pros is kind of just, you know, it kind of refers to the more well-known teams. But how much is too much, and how much should you be practicing as a team? Because I think that once you get strategies down, once you get, you know, where everyone's going to be, and you start doing it consistently, I don't know if you need to be on 12 hours a day, but my team, we should probably be on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, until we figure out how to win some fucking CTF without it being like a magic accident that someone dropped the flag and the... Like, I swear to God, we won at least the Arcade and CTF because their team, like, killed themselves. I don't know how we did it, I don't know how we pulled it off, but we were able to do it. But I want to make it so I go into CTF going, we can do this, not, alright, we better get the search and destroy, because, you know, when you get further down the road, you don't want to be like, oh, well, we're playing 2 CTFs and 1 search, we're screwed. Because that's basically what happened to us the last game. That team obviously had things figured out. It was bootleg CTF, and they had us trapped on the street to the point where they were watching us spawn and shooting us as we spawned. And, you know, that's part of a game mechanic that's broken. Like, you shouldn't be able to force a spawn to 1 point. Like, that's broken. But they knew what they were doing, and, you know, I don't think we're ever going to get that down. But, you know, I want to be able to at least go in and grab a CTF, like, not accidentally. Because, really, our strategy is poor. We have no organization, really. We don't really go to a certain spot and make things happen. We kind of stumble upon things at times, and we definitely need to work on when the flag disappears, like when they take our flag, like not turning that into they took 4 flags. Because it seems like it's a snowball effect for us every time. The flag gets taken, and then someone who was originally watching the flag starts chasing. Well, that leaves the flag open, because then the other 2 of us who were originally going to pull the flag, now we're still up there, the guy who's watching the flag is up there, and say the other one's dead. Well, now they got 2 flags, and then we're still doing the same thing, so they got 3 flags. And, you know, we always let things snowball, and I don't think we're a bad CTF team, other than that snowball effect that we get into. And we're really bad at chasing down the flag. Like, you know, if Optic's flag gets pulled, I mean, chances are it's probably going to get capped because of the size of the maps we play. But they do sometimes, you know, secure it and bring it back. And we have a really hard time bringing it back. And I don't even think that's our biggest fault. Because, you know, they get a flag cap, fine. I'm confident in our team enough that we can get one ourselves. It's just a matter of not letting the 1 flag cap snowball into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because that's what happens to us every time. Especially the last Dome CTF we played. It snowballed into, they got 1, they got 2, they got 3, they got 4, and then there was just frustration and things were not working. I mean, I was spawning on grenades, I spawned into gunfire. I mean, the spawns were not helping me on that map. I was just in a bad spot. Like, I spawned out the front side of the office building, and a grenade landed at my feet. As soon as I spawned, I was like, I can't do this. Like, what am I going to do? This is my fault. But anyway, so what is too much? Where do you think JKap's going to land? And if you want more pro talk, we're probably going to talk about my team more in the future, but that was a topic that I think was deserved a talk. How's that sound? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.